which Combs has always denied. From there, everything got blown out of proportion, Bun says. Bad Boy execs started encouraging Wallace to write certain songs, Burroughs says, despite the rapper not feeling so beefy with his former friend. With tensions frothing, Combs released Wallace's single Who Shot You in 1995. It was widely viewed as a sneering provocation aimed at Shakur, though Wallace was adamant
I remember all this stuff. I remember all this.
Wasn't. Shakur responded with his ferocious hit 'em up, pushing hostilities to their peak. Perhaps seeing a promotional play, Combs stoked the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. The two label heads traded jabs, with Knight cast as the intimidating, cigar-chomping, gang-affiliated boss, and Combs the slick, clean-cut executive. When a 25-year-old Shakur was murdered in September 1996 in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, Knight immediately...
Damn. 25 years old. Sheesh. Do y'all think hip hop would be what it is right now if Biggie and Pop was still alive? Damn, 25 years old. 1996. Sheesh. Boy, time go by fast, man. 25 years old. Tupac was only 20. He was still a baby. 25 years old, man. He was beyond his age. You know, for him to be what he was only at 25, wow, he was smarter at 25 than grown ass adults that are in their 40s and 50s, man. So just to see how educated and how beyond his time he was at 25 is amazing. Dang, that man was 25 years old. That's wow. That's crazy. Them boys was demons, yeah. Yeah, at this time, how old was I? I remember when it happened. 1996, I was 12. I was 12. Yeah, I was 12 in 1996. I remember that shit. It's perfect.
Immediately pointed the finger at Combs, who denied involvement. Some Bad Boy employees received personal death threats soon after. I didn't recall reading in the employee.
Yeah, me personally, I think hip hop would be different if Tupac and Biggie was still alive. People say I was a child. Yeah, I was a child too. I was 12 years old. Yeah, I was 12 years old, and when all this happened. So you know, I was just listening to the music and watching MTV and BET and all that stuff. So, you know, I wasn't in tune like I am now. So it's just crazy hearing all this stuff, what actually happened during that time.
A manual that dodging bullets was a part of my job description, Brookshire says. Last September, Compton Crips gang member Dwayne Keefy D. Davis was charged with Shakur's murder. His trial is set to begin in November. Davis has claimed Combs offered $1 million for a hit on Shakur. Combs vehemently denies the claim. 6 months after...
Now, this is key to me, right? This is key to me because it seems like all of this stuff happened after Keefy D got arrested. I think that is what started the domino effect. After Keefy D got arrested, boy, I'm sure Diddy was nervous as fuck. And all of this is just allegations, but I don't think it's a coincidence. Ever since Keefy D got arrested, it's been downhill from Diddy since then. So I can only imagine what type of information Keefy D has gave the FBI. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just allegedly. But it seems like ever since they got Keefy D, boy, woo, they've been on Diddy ass. So I think that's where the domino effect started. Right when they got Keefy D, allegedly. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just giving my opinion, but it's interesting timing. Interesting timing.
After Shakur's death in March 1997, Wallace, 24, was attending a Soul Train Music Award after party in Los Angeles when a hitman opened fire on his GMC Suburban, killing him. Police consider the homicide an unsolved act of retaliation. Yep. Multiple reports alleged Wallace had been preparing to leave Bad Boy shortly before his death. It didn't help that Combs had been fighting with Wallace's attorneys, who were trying to wrest back the rapper's publishing rights. I will never give it up until I'm dead and my homes are crushed into powder, Combs told the lawyers, according to the Big Payback. Biggie was absolutely about to leave Puff, Bun says. I know for a fact because he told me that. Another source adds, everybody wanted to leave Puffy. Everybody leaves him.
Now that's very important because people are now saying that maybe allegedly. Now, word getting around town, now that Diddy might be behind Tupac and Biggie. But this rumor been out for a long time, but it's just interesting that all this stuff is actually being published now and actually being brought to the forefront, because everybody thought this is nothing alarming. Like, people have been hearing about this for a long time, but now to see that it's a strong possibility that Diddy might be behind all this shit, it's like, damn, bruh. This nigga Diddy, he on some this shit, man. Damn, Diddy? Really? Rumors is one thing, but actually getting, more information, it's like, damn, man. You've been behind this shit the whole time. Allegedly. This is all allegedly, but it's damn.
To leave Bad Boy shortly before his death. It didn't help that Combs had been fired. Dodging bullets was a part of my job description, Brookshire says. Last September, Compton Crips gang member Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was charged with Shakur's murder. His trial is set to begin in November. Davis has claimed Combs offered $1 million for a hit on Shakur. Combs vehemently denies the claim. 6 months after Shakur's death in March 1997, Wallace, 24, was attending a Soul Train Music Award after party in Los Angeles when a hitman opened fire on his GMC Suburban, killing him. Police consider the homicide an unsolved act of retaliation. Multiple reports allege Wallace had been preparing to leave Bad Boy shortly before his death. It didn't help that Combs had been fighting with Wallace's attorneys, who were trying to wrest back the rapper's publishing rights. I will never give it up until I'm dead and my homes are crushed into powder, Combs told the lawyers, according to the Big Payback. Biggie was absolutely about to leave Puff, Bun says. I know for a fact because he told me that. Another source adds, everybody wanted to leave Puffy. Everybody leaves him. Combs capitalized on the shock and sorrow over Wallace's death. Brookshire, who had been traveling in the same SUV as Wallace during press events the day before he died, says Combs denied her request for time off to process her grief. Instead, just 2 weeks after the slaying, she says, Combs ordered her to focus all efforts on Wallace's upcoming album, Life After Death. Combs.
Damn. Oh, y'all listening to this, bro? This nigga was a demon for it. That nigga didn't give a fuck. Allegedly. This is all alleged, Just everything's allegedly. If this is true, whew, ain't no coming back from this, man. There is no coming back from this, because I had a debate, because let's be honest, right? There has been people that has, put their hands on, women, unfortunately, and they come back and even though it sticks with them, they have came back and, did what they did, right? Let's all be honest. Chris Brown, he did what he did, but a lot of people forgave them. But a reason for that is because, he was young at the time. Not saying that there's an excuse. There's never an excuse for a man to put their hands on a woman. But, this and that, whatever the case may be. But, he's young. Allegedly, Rihanna was fighting that nigga too. So, they was like the Ike and Turner, allegedly. But, time has passed and people, people still hold that against him. But, he's still rocking and rolling. Right. But this situation, it's like, ain't no coming back from this. Right. This is more than just, Cassie. Boy, this nigga, this nigga been a demon his whole life. And he hasn't changed. Him being 57 years old, he's still the same demon. He ain't changed. He been like this for a long time, allegedly, if this is true. If.
Demanded it be number one. Top 10, she recalls. It sold nearly 700 copies in its first week. When Rolling Stone approached Bad Boy about a cover opportunity a few months after Biggie's murder, Burroughs claims he advocated for the late rapper to take the spot. I was telling Sean, let's make it Biggie. You still have a chance for a cover in the future. Burroughs recalls he was like, no, he's dead. I'm putting out Combs' debut album, No Way Out, in July. I need to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. Combs got his cover, and 2 years later, he acknowledged how Biggie's death had been big business. I think his passing added to the fame Brian Combs told Rolling Stone in 1999, at least 2 million of the nearly 5 million copies of No Way Out sold were due to his death, straight up. And that does.
God damn. So basically, he didn't really care about Biggie passing away or not. He saw Biggie death as a cash out. According to this article, right? He didn't give a fuck about Biggie. He saw Biggie passing as a cash out. Sheesh.